All right, if you are using Pipedrive, then having the ability to do it remotely is an extremely beneficial addition to your tool set. And so having the phone app is really helpful. Now, I have an iPhone. It is available on Android as well, but I'm going to show you how to use it with the iPhone. Know that some of the things may be slightly different. So you can see it here. It used to be a black image, but now it is a green one. It's the one with the big P. So we'll go ahead and click on that and look real quick. One thing that's really great is it has a lot of the essential stuff in here. So when you first open it up, it will show you your current to-dos. So it will look at your current calendar and then let you see kind of what's going on. You can go forward and kind of get an idea what is on your to-do list for the week. You can also check your inbox from here. It shows a little icon and you can go into your email as well. If the person is saved in as a contact, you can click on them. I can click on myself, for example. If they're already saved as a contact, you can also go in there. And once you look at a contact, you can do quite a bit. See here, you can see a phone number. You can click and send a message, or you can also call them from here, which is really great. A lot of times with Pipedrive, if you make a phone call, especially if you've pulled the contact out of Pipedrive, once you've completed that phone call, it will automatically pop on your screen with, would you like to save notes about this call? So that is a really nice little feature and reminder. You can also send emails. If you send an email from here, it will ask you if you want to use a template. So you can scroll down and pick a template. Obviously, you can modify it just like any other time that you would. You can just send an email without a template. Down below, you'll see a lot of the same options. So there's the call button, there's an email button, and you can also add something. So add an activity, add a note, add any number of things, auto notes, all kinds of great stuff that you can do in here. And you can also, again, modify things in the data, your data field. You can add information to the data field you already have created. And then you can, again, look at your timeline, see all the previous emails and activities and such. And then sales here on the far right has to do with deals, which obviously I don't have deals for myself. One of the limitations with the phone app is the inability to add new contacts from an email. I hope that they might increase that ability in the future, but recognize that is one limitation that is available on your laptop that you cannot do here. Obviously, you cannot also add automations. You can do that on the laptop, but any automations you have previously created will still activate here as well. You can go into deals and you can move people through in this space as well. Very similar that you would otherwise. You can obviously click on your activities and contacts and a lot of that. The other thing that I really love about the phone app is the ability to add contacts from your phone. So if you go to the bottom button, the bottom right corner, there's that little more button. If you click on it, you can see mail, insights, a lot of those features that you would see in the more feature online. But if you go down, you can import contacts. If you click on that, it will open your phone and then you can pick contacts and you can add them in that way. Once you have clicked those, you just click done. It will pull them in. As I always tell people, have an automation that automatically runs when you add new contacts. And in this case, usually have some sort of reminder activity that pops up. So once you've added them, you'll get that same automation run. You'll see that automation that reminds you to do something with that new contact, and you don't miss out on those people you've just added. That's one thing I really love about the phone app. All right, there's another app I want to show you. This app is specifically for business cards. If you are back to in-person networking and picking up business cards, you want to add those contacts quickly and easily into Pipedrive. I love this app. It is not specifically through Pipedrive. I think it is a third-party app that they use. And so there's a limitation on how many cards you can scan before you have to pay something for it, but it's a very reasonable price. And for the time savings, it's worth it. So this little Pipedrive app here that says Pipedrive CRM card reader. So for the business card reader, it's pretty straightforward. It opens up on this screen. You're going to literally click on the camera and it then sees the business card. So let me get this one lined up for you. Click photo. You can also use a photo you've already taken. And then it will look at the photo and process the information. Now, everyone's business cards are different, so know that it's not 100%. You're always going to have to check the data. But it will let you look it over. There's some things that they will sometimes do wrong, so sometimes you just have to move things around a little bit. but it still is a big time savings over how it would normally be. So let's see here. I don't need all this information. Obviously, the most important information you want to make sure is correct is their email and their phone number. Make sure there isn't any letters that get transferred. A lot of times, like an I and an L, it'll have a little trouble with. Sometimes it'll throw a number in there. It just depends on the font, but you can kind of look it over and see whether it got everything correct. Once you have done that, you can click done and save. There we go. And the information will actually go straight into Pipedrive. And I will actually show you here in just a second how you can find that in the Pipedrive app. All right, let's go ahead and look in Pipedrive real quick and see if we can find that. We'll search for their name, which was Ron Cunningham. Cunningham. Look, I had already added him previously. So he's in here twice. And as you saw, because I have it in here twice, there is a new one and there is a previous one. This is the new one. So that's how I can tell. By the way, one thing that's really handy is if you search for their name, sometimes you'll see there's two of them. In this case, I have two Ron Cunninghams now. So I will use that next time I go onto my laptop. I will just do merge contacts. I hope all that's been helpful. This is a great way to use things on the run. Recognize, as always, there's a few limitations to using on your phone versus using it on the laptop or the computer online. Whatever can make things work more seamlessly for you and let you get stuff going on the run. The number one reason I use my Pipedrive app on the go is when I'm literally standing in line at the grocery store and I go, oh crap, I forgot to do that thing. Or what about so-and-so? Or whatever it may be. Someone's name will pop in my mind and I'll think of something I want to do. And if it's not something I can do right away, then I will open up Pipedrive. I will find that person's name. I will add that contact, add that information, set a reminder, whatever it may be, so that I don't forget that fleeting thought. I take action at that moment, and this is a way to track it to do the thing later when I have the time.